Right now, defining the doctrine. We're finding out why a rarely used law essentially allowed a Madison man involved in a shooting to walk free just days after police arrested him.
Also making it their own. We're getting a first look at how Afghan refugees are setting up their temporary home inside Fort McCoy.
Plus, needing to restock, plans to keep a grocery store in a Southside neighborhood fall apart as construction work on a major redesign is close to beginning. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. The man accused of shooting and killing his roommate during a disagreement at their West Side home will spend tonight out of jail.
The Dane County District Attorney's Office says Doyle J. Reifert will not be prosecuted for that death because of Wisconsin's Castle Doctrine. Our Adam Duxter spoke to legal experts about the Castle Doctrine today and found out this case may come down to a matter of inches. Adam?
The concept of the Castle Doctrine actually dates back to the Revolutionary War, and it says a property owner has the permission to use force to protect themselves and their property if they're under threat. But what happens when the owner and the person who is threatening them live in the same home? Well, the concept of Castle Doctrine is something most criminal attorneys are familiar with. They'll be quick to tell you.
I think it is such a rare situation where it's actually applied.
But when it comes to the case of Doyle Reifert,
I personally have never heard of a Castle Doctrine case quite like this. I do think this is an interesting set of facts.
Dane County District Attorney Ishmael Azan says Reifert was acting under Wisconsin's Castle Doctrine when he allegedly shot and killed his roommate late Monday night. And while the law normally applies to property owners dealing with a break-in from someone they don't know,
this particular room in the home, belongs to this particular person, and nobody else has the privilege to enter into there. Kind of even within a castle, right? There's sub-castles, maybe, to use a term that doesn't exist in the law, to be clear. That's just my own term. But, perhaps that's what the district attorney's office is looking at.
Amy Scholes of Grieve Law says this means under the law, if Reifert felt threatened within his own room, the law could apply the same way it would have had it been his own house, making this instance truly a matter of inches.
I think it would definitely be a different discussion if this had happened in what I'll call a common area of the house.
The district attorney's office itself has not yet returned our calls for clarification on their investigation, and today Madison police say it's too soon to release information they've gathered either. Scholl says when it comes to the law itself, things aren't always in black and white.
I think it's certainly open for interpretation, and that is one of the good and bad things about the law, is that we get to interpret it based on a case-by-case analysis.
The other attorney you heard from in that piece was Mark Hingston, who in 2011 detailed the changes in the Castle Doctrine for the Wisconsin bar. He says that's when Wisconsin stopped requiring the defendants in Castle law cases to prove their use of force was justified and instead put prosecutors in charge of proving why it wasn't. You can find out more about what our legal experts are saying on this case on our website, channel3000.com.
Adam, thank you. The 15-year-old arrested in connection to a shooting death in Fitchburg earlier this week could now face a different charge. The Dane County DA says the 15-year-old in custody has been booked in the Dane County Juvenile Center on a tentative charge of homicide by negligent handling of a dangerous weapon. It was previously first-degree reckless homicide. Carolina Shank died after suffering a gunshot wound Tuesday night in Fitchburg. Her family says the deadly incident was an accident, issuing a family statement saying their son is the teen who was arrested. The family says, quote, "Our attention is now being focused on coordinating our daughter's funeral while at the same time praying that our son is represented and supported." A GoFundMe page has been set up by the Boys and Girls Clubs of Dane County to help cover the family's funeral expenses and counseling services. You can find that on our website, channel3000.com.
Another mild fall day, but we could see some storms later this week and into the weekend. Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti is on the weather patio. Gary?
Well, Susan, it looks like tomorrow should stay dry. The best chances for rain now appear to be later tomorrow night into Saturday and Sunday. Visible cloud track shows plenty of sunshine across our state, but to the west there are thicker clouds with some showers and a few thunderstorms there. But notice the movement almost straight north out of central Iowa into central Minnesota. So the eastward progression of those showers and storms is going to be a slow one. Now the air is dry. So this morning we started out with temperatures right around 50 here in Madison. A few places to our north and east were in the 40s. But look at the high temperatures today. We came up a good 30 to 35 degrees from those early morning lows. High temperature in Madison hit 84, and right now we're still at a warm 82 degrees, and tomorrow we should see similar temperatures. Look for a low temperature tonight of about 58, high tomorrow of 83, but we'll see better chances for rain this weekend. I'll tell you when the best chances will arrive in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Life goes on inside Fort McCoy for 13,000 Afghan refugees. And today we're getting one of our first unfiltered looks at it, with the media being allowed to film inside for the first time.
And Naomi Coles joins us with more. Naomi?
One thing that stuck out is how much Afghan refugees are doing themselves to volunteer and make life a little better for everyone on the base. That includes a number of Afghan professors who had to be evacuated. They're now volunteering to set up and teach English classes right there at Fort McCoy. They're offering beginner through advanced classes, and they're happening throughout the 8 neighborhoods every single day.
We've had women who are university students and therefore at risk in Afghanistan who volunteered to teach English classes. We've had women who have families at Fort McCoy who've organized themselves to assist with reception. And our military linguists, some of whom have family members still in Afghanistan, are working around the clock to support this operation.
Officials also said that despite 2 assaults referred to the DOJ earlier this month, the crime rate has remained extremely low, especially for a city of this size, with those being the only incidents to get referred. Now tonight at 6 o'clock, a full report with updates on medical care and quality of life.
Naomi, thank you. And we're hearing from refugees themselves as well, and their struggles and their hopes for the future. That includes Nazir, who was an interpreter specifically for Lieutenant Colonel Joe Mickley. And today at Fort McCoy, Mickley spoke about how Nazir helped him through a lot of difficult challenges. Mickley helped Nazir, too, writing a letter of recommendation for an SIV. As fate would have it, they are now being reunited at Fort McCoy after about 10 years.
We're hoping that, we can resettle Nasser by us and our family, and we get to see his children grow up. It's really awesome.
Yeah, now I hope for the good future of my family in America. But my brothers always try to help me, and he is ready right now to help me as a brother, Yeah. But I'm pretty sure I will have a good future for my family.
Coming up at 6, you'll hear more stories from refugees at Fort McCoy. Madison leaders aren't worried about having some sort of grocery store along South Park Street in the future, but tonight they're worried about which one it'll actually be.
This morning we learned the intended replacement for Pick and Save backed out. Talil Moladeen is live on Park Street tonight to explain why and where things go from here. Talil?
The plan to redevelop the South Park Street corridor originally began because there was some concern that a part of Madison wouldn't have access to a full-service grocery store. Now that plan is experiencing a new hurdle. Luna's Groceries is pulling out from that development, leaving the city of Madison to find a different grocery replacement for the area's Pick and Save. In a joint statement, Luna's owner and Madison officials explained the site just wasn't a good fit. Now city leaders are reassuring people who fought to maintain a grocery store in the neighborhood.
The city is committed to ensuring that there's food access for South Madison and that there's a full-service grocery store in this area. And that commitment has not wavered, and we'll continue to move that forward.
District 13 Alderman Tag Evers also said he's confident despite the change, the project's goals will still be met. According to city leaders, in the meantime, developers will still be able to begin some of the initial construction work. The city expects the Pick and Save on Madison's south side to stay open through 2023. About the same time, they hope to complete construction on the new site. The hope is that the facility will minimize the gap in grocery service, if not completely eliminated.
Tahlil, thank you. And many doctors fear flu season could lead to simultaneous infections of the Delta variant and the flu, further complicating efforts to contain the pandemic. The FDA considering approval of half doses of Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine as a booster to beef up protection against the virus, especially as flu season approaches.
Wisconsin health officials held a question and answer session today about booster shots as they encourage certain Wisconsinites who received the Pfizer vaccine to get the booster.
Now appears to be the time where we can start and should start giving booster doses to people who have been vaccinated 6 or more months ago if they have some of the high-risk conditions that are described in the recommendations.
For a list of those high-risk conditions, and if you qualify to get the booster shot, head to channel3000.com. A slight increase in the number of Wisconsinites who are fully vaccinated. Right now, 53.7% of the state's population has completed the COVID vaccine series. And in Dane County, 71% of residents are now fully vaccinated.
YouTube is now banning all false claims about medically proven vaccinations. The video sharing service already blocked anti-COVID vaccine information at the height of the pandemic, but now it's cracking down on all claims that vaccines are dangerous or cause health issues like cancer, infertility, or autism. Facebook, Twitter, and other social media outlets have been trying to flag or remove misinformation.
2 Madison schools are teaming up together to make sure that students are able to become teachers. Under an agreement, Madison college students who are preparing to become elementary or special education teachers can now get into those programs at UW-Madison. Along with that, students who transfer to the UW will become eligible for significant financial support through the Wisconsin Teacher Pledge. That program will pay the equivalent of in-state tuition and fees, testing and licensing costs for all education students.
It provides a clear path to a meaningful profession for those who historically did not see college as an option, but who we know will make great teachers one day.
Madison college students must also earn a 3.0 cumulative grade point average or better in transferable Madison College coursework and meet the requirements for admission to UW-Madison. The transfer agreement takes effect for students admitted to UW-Madison for the fall 2022 semester or later.
Now, some good news for Madison family as their puppy that was stolen earlier in the week has now been returned. Doyle, found by a group of Dane County Sheriff's deputies when they responded to a single vehicle crash in the town of Burke. While investigating that crash, deputies spotted a puppy matching Doyle's description, and he was returned to his family on Wednesday. Officials say the driver of the vehicle, a 15-year-old male, was arrested and cited for absolute sobriety. He told officers he bought the puppy at a yard sale. Congress coming together to avert a government shutdown just hours before the deadline. We'll have more on what comes next. That's ahead at 5.
UW-Madison reveals the name of the building that is replacing the natatorium. We'll tell you what it is. That's coming up tonight at 6.
More big losses today on Wall Street. The Dow plummeting another 547 points. The Nasdaq off 64. The S&P loses 52. And we'll be right back.
You can't miss the fall semi-annual sale and sweepstakes. On now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save as much as 40% off top brand appliance doorbusters. Plus no interest financing with no minimum purchase. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
This is Ford Truck Month. Time to take a ride in the all-new 2021 Ford F-150 with an available 12-inch touchscreen, an available interior work surface, and for powerful performance on demand, a class exclusive available Pro Power onboard mobile generator. These are America's best-selling trucks. This is Ford Truck Month. Inventory levels are coming back up, making Truck Month the time to get an F-150 with 0 for 72 and 1,000 retail order bonus.
Menards is your bathroom and plumbing headquarters. Complete your bathroom and kitchen update with over 300 Delta products at Menards. From faucets and shower heads to accessories and more, Delta has an array of traditional, transitional, and contemporary styles in a variety of finishes, including oil-rubbed bronze, matte black, spot shield stainless, and more. Build your dream kitchen and bathroom today with 11% off all Delta products right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Finding the right ingredients for a healthy lifestyle can be tricky. That's why SSM Health and News 3 Now are here to help.
Our Time for Kids recipe for health experts use online conversations and on-air reports to answer your health questions.
So tell us, what topics would your family like to hear about? What questions do you have?
Use the handy feedback form on our Time for Kids page to share what matters most to your family's health. And together,
let's take time for kids.
I don't just play someone brainy on TV. I'm an actual neuroscientist, and I love the science behind Neuriva Plus. Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Neuriva Plus fuels 6 key indicators of brain performance. More brain performance, yes please. Neuriva, think bigger.
When you hear cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze, it's time for clop, clop, fizz, fizz. Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold Relief. Dissolves quickly, instantly ready to start working. So you can bounce back fast with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
The fall semi-annual sale in Sweepstakes is on now at Ashley Home Store. Shop brand new fall furniture styles at huge discounts, up to 60% off. Then get your scratch-off card in store for your chance at specials and bonus deals. You could even win the $5,000 grand prize. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Coats for Kids needs kid-sized winter coats.
At least 6,000 of them to make sure every child in our area stays warm.
Please help us reach our goal. Donate gently used kid-sized winter coats to Clinky Cleaners.
They'll be cleaned and sent to the Community Action Coalition for distribution.
Don't have a kid's coat to give? Go to Channel 3000 and use the Amazon wish list to donate.
Track our progress on News 3 Now and Magic 98. Then donate to Coats for Kids.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Today, both chambers of Congress approved a temporary government funding measure to avoid a shutdown. Congress has passed a continuing resolution to keep the government funded through December 3rd, averting a shutdown just hours before the midnight deadline. Congress is also less than 3 weeks away from another looming crisis over the debt ceiling. The Biden administration is pushing lawmakers to act by October 18th, or else the U.S. could face default.
The full faith and credit of the United States would be impaired, and our country would likely face a financial crisis.
Their unified Democratic government is fully capable of fast-tracking a debt limit increase on their own.
The House has approved a clean debt limit suspension through the end of 2022. Senate Democrats say they may try to bring that measure up for consideration sometime next week.
Hawaii's Kilauea volcano erupting for the first time since May. Check out the time-lapse video as the volcano started spewing lava at Hawaii Volcanoes National Park yesterday afternoon. Now, officials say people living nearby on Hawaii's Big Island are not currently in any danger from this eruption. The volcanic activity is entirely within the boundaries of the park, but the eruption could last months. And new research shows children born this year face a frightening future if global climate policies don't change. The study published in the journal Science says climate researchers found children in Africa and the Middle East will face more severe effects of climate change than youngsters in other parts of the world.
Twice as many wildfires, 3 times more river floods, 3 times more droughts, and 7 times more extreme heat waves compared to a person born in 1960.
Scientists say all hope isn't lost, but warn politicians need to take serious action. If not, the report also says people under 40 will face an unprecedented life of climate change disasters.
This past year has been one of the driest on record for many parts of California and Nevada. The so-called water year, which tracks surface water supply, runs from October 1st to September 30th. According to the U.S. Drought Monitor, many areas saw 50% or less of their normal levels of precipitation. Drought conditions have also expanded from the west into the south, specifically Oklahoma and Texas. More than 73% of Oklahoma is currently in drought, and that's up from 40% last week. It's been warm and dry in southern Wisconsin as well, but we could see some rain this weekend. Here's Gary with the forecast.
Yeah, parts of southern Wisconsin are still in a drought. We'll show you that in just a minute. But 3 things you need to know in the forecast. The first day of October is going to start out like that of summer, with temperatures in the low to mid 80s over all of southern Wisconsin. But we will see some showers, maybe even a few thunderstorms this weekend, especially from late tomorrow night into Saturday, and then some showers on Sunday. And then dry weather returns for much of next week with slightly above normal temperatures. Highs will be in the upper 60s to the lower 70s, when the average high temperature should be in the low to mid 60s. On Doppler track, nothing across Wisconsin. Showers and thunderstorms out to the west, pretty widely scattered. And notice the general movement, more to the north than to the east. So we probably will have another dry day tomorrow before the better chances for rain arrive tomorrow night. And future track shows this. You can see overnight the shower and thunderstorm chances staying out to the west of us, but then with time they'll start to expand off toward the east, and by tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, we'll start to see some showers and thunderstorms popping up, and then that will continue into Saturday. And then on Sunday the winds shift a little more to the west and northwest, allowing slightly cooler temperatures to move in, but still can't rule out at least some scattered showers. Latest future track precipitation precipitation outlook shows probably around a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain over much of southern Wisconsin. Some areas could pick up over an inch in a heavier thunderstorm, but that'll be the exception rather than the rule. This is not a springtime weather event, but you can see the U.S. Drought Monitor, moderate drought conditions south of Madison, severe drought conditions now over much of far southern Wisconsin down toward the Illinois state line. And then you can see those areas of darker red up to the north and parts of Minnesota and into the Dakotas. And then the exceptional drought conditions still continue over parts of Montana down into California and Nevada. Nothing really changes there, although the 8 to 14-day precipitation outlook a little more favorable for that area. Above normal precipitation expected with the highest probabilities out toward California and northern Nevada. Equal chances of above or below normal precipitation here in Madison and areas to the south and east, and drier than normal conditions expected in the southwest and northeastern portions of the country. But above normal temperatures are expected through much of the eastern 2/3 of the country, with the highest probabilities right over Madison. As we take a look at the tropics, Hurricane Sam continues in the Atlantic Ocean northeast of Puerto Rico, but we now have Tropical Storm Victor in the southern Atlantic Ocean. Good news is Victor is not expected to become a hurricane and should stay well out to sea. Sam is a powerful Category 4 hurricane, could be near Category 5 strength before it starts to weaken as it passes east of Bermuda and then races northeastward into the northern Atlantic Ocean. That rain will probably start changing to snow out toward Greenland, very similar to what we saw with the storm earlier this season. Temperatures right now very warm for this time of year. 82 in Madison, 80s from here southward, even mid to upper 80s over parts of Illinois. We'll see similar temperatures tomorrow before temperatures cool off into the 70s by Saturday. 83 for the high tomorrow, partly sunny skies. Should stay dry during the day, but we'll see some scattered shower and thunderstorm chances later tomorrow night. Saturday, scattered showers and thunderstorms, high 76. Sunday down to 69 degrees with some scattered showers. But then those temperatures staying right around 70 for much of next week with dry weather from Monday through Thursday. Slight chances of rain Friday and Saturday, maybe a little better chance toward the end of next weekend. As we check out first warn traffic right now, well, the Beltline, we've been seeing our usual delays right now eastbound from about Monona Drive back to around Verona Road, westbound from about Todd Drive to near Monona Drive. So travel times are elevated on the Beltline, almost a half hour on the eastbound or westbound Beltline from the interstate to University Avenue, 25 minutes in the eastbound direction. Heading out of Madison, normal travel times from the Beltline to Janesville on I-3990, 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, also the same time down from downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151. That's your News 3 Now first warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. What Wisconsin lawmakers are doing to make sure the legal age to buy tobacco products in this state remains 21. That's next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
How about poor Fred Wilson? What a shame. So soon after retiring. I hear his wife needed help with the funeral expenses. That's ridiculous. He had Social Security. When my brother died, his wife received a check from Social Security, all right, for $255. The funeral costs were well over $8,000. How on earth did she pay for it? Fortunately, my brother bought additional life insurance before he retired. I bet that cost a pretty penny, huh? Not with Colonial Penn. Coverage options start at just $9.95 a month. Well, less than 35 cents a day. I have it myself.
We both do.
Both of you?
That's right. Neither of us had to answer any health questions or take a physical exam. In fact, no one our age can be turned down for any health reason.
No one?
Nope.
Is this a plan that offers a lot of protection at first and then reduces it little by little each year? No. I've had this coverage for years. My benefit never decreases as I get older. Your rates go up every year, right? No, not at all.
Friends keep telling friends about guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. With this coverage, your premium never increases for any reason, and your benefit won't decrease simply because you grow older. Options start at just $9.95 a month. If you're age 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Colonial Penn specializes in protection for mature men and women. To find out more, call now.
Call now and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Call 1-800-797-8989 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-797-8989. There's no risk. That number again is 1-800-797-8989. 1-800-797-8989. Call now.
At U.S. Cellular, we know the local landscape, so we can help everyone stay connected for less. And less also means more, as in more choice. While the other guys may limit your options, at U.S. Cellular, you choose any phone and we make it free. That's right. Visit our store and any phone you see is free. Plus, get unlimited data for $30 a month and get the most out of our state-of-the-art network, wherever you choose to go. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
No one has ever reinvented mattress shopping until now. The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. Start with a quick rest match to pick your basic mattress type.
You love memory foam. I really do.
Then shop the information and rating system on each bed. Did you know you can get great back support with a soft feel? It's true, and easy to find. Mattress shopping, reinvented, only at Slumberland Furniture.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
No one under the age of 21 is supposed to be able to buy tobacco or vaping products, but in Wisconsin, it takes the federal government to enforce that. That's because Wisconsin doesn't have its own law on the books, at least not yet. Today, lawmakers held a hearing on a bipartisan bill that would raise the minimum age to buy cigarettes, cigars, and vapes from 18 to 21. Getting that bill signed into law would bring the state into compliance with a federal law that started a few years ago. Doctors and health leaders testified in favor of the bill.
Teenagers wake up the next morning with withdrawal symptoms after 8 hours of not vaping. The adolescent brain is very sensitive to nicotine. It can impair learning and memory. It affects their behavior. It can lead to issues with depression, mood disorders, anxiety. And the brain is still developing in these teenagers. The brain continues to develop until the mid-20s.
Without this legislation, local law enforcement cannot enforce the age rule, even though sellers are supposed to follow the federal rule. Wisconsin could also lose out on millions of dollars in federal funding if it doesn't comply.
And vaping is still prevalent among American teens, as the National Youth Tobacco Survey found more than 2 million teenagers say they use e-cigarettes. A quarter of them say they vape daily, and about 85% use flavored vapes like fruit, candy, mint, and menthol. The Food and Drug Administration and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention questioned middle and high school students for this survey. The agencies say these results cannot be compared to previous years because of the pandemic, but it still shows that e-cigarettes are extremely popular among teens. And we're back with a final check of your First Warn forecast in just a moment.
The Fall Semi-Annual Sale in Sweepstakes is on now at Ashley Home Store. Shop brand new fall furniture styles at huge discounts, up to 60% off. Then get your scratch-off card in store for your chance at specials and bonus deals. You could even win the $5,000 grand prize. Only at Ashley Home Store.
Stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour. I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Power Swabs. When I met Dr. Ginniker and he introduced me to Power Swabs and I saw how effective they were and how easy they were to use, I knew we had to share it with the world. Power Swabs was clinically studied to whiten natural teeth as well as stained caps, crowns, and veneers. It's so effective, it works on stains caused by coffee, tea, red wine, and even smoking. For those of you who have that one stained tooth that's darker than the rest, Power Swabs can target that area using swab precision.
I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
If you have yellowing between your teeth, if you have coffee or tea stains near your gum line, just snap, swab, and smile. And in each 5-minute application, you'll see whiter teeth. So stop whitening your smile the old-fashioned way with strips and trays that can take 30 minutes to an hour, and start using the Power Swabs 5-minute solution. Just snap, swab, and smile.
After just 7 days, the results were awesome. Power Swabs was easy to use every day, and each day I could see it better and better, and from beginning to end, it's definitely whiter. They look clean, they feel clean, and people have made comments about it, which is nice.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Order Power Swabs and receive up to 40% off the retail price. And as an added bonus, by ordering in response to this advertisement, get a free Power Swabs Quick Stick pen with your order. The Quick Stick pen is your on-the-go solution to help prevent stains from adhering to your teeth after drinking coffee, tea, or even after smoking. And in addition to saving up to 40% on your purchase and your free Quick Stick pen, get free shipping by ordering now. Dial the number on your screen or visit powerswabs.com today.
I don't just play someone brainy on TV. I'm an actual neuroscientist, and I love the science behind Nariva Plus. Unlike ordinary memory supplements, Nariva Plus fuels 6 key indicators of brain performance. More brain performance, yes please. Nariva, think bigger.
When you hear cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze, it's time for plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold Relief. Dissolves quickly, instantly ready to start working. So you can bounce back fast with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
You can't miss the fall semi-annual sale and sweepstakes. On now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save as much as 40% off top brand appliance doorbusters. Plus no interest financing with no minimum purchase. Only at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Here's what we're working on tonight. The government shutdown has been averted, but will the president's ambitious Build Back Better plan survive? Plus, a top Facebook executive is grilled on Capitol Hill, why one senator compares Instagram to big tobacco, pushing a product to teens they know is harmful. And remember the harrowing image of the infant hoisted to the Marine while her family fled Afghanistan? Well, we've got the update tonight you don't want to miss. The CBS Evening News is just minutes away.
And let's head back to Gary. Final check of our forecast.
Well, it looks beautiful out there. Nice summer day. Oh, wait a minute. Today's last day of September. Yeah, temperatures are pretty warm out there. In fact, right now, still 82 in Madison, 86 in Janesville, 86 in La Crosse. Cooler closer to Lake Michigan. Temperatures in the 70s right along Lake Shore, Manitowoc at 67. Here in Madison, it will drop to about 58 for tonight, so it will be a little milder. Tomorrow should be partly sunny and warm again with a high temperature of 83. We've taken the rain out of the forecast for tomorrow, but we could see a chance for showers and thunderstorms tomorrow night. Saturday, some scattered showers and thunderstorms. We drop back to 76. Sunday, 69 with some scattered showers. Then dry for much of next week with just some slight chances for rain toward next weekend. Those temperatures, upper 60s to lower 70s, when we should be in the middle 60s, so above normal.
All right, Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us at 5. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6, and the CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell is next.